With 4 days left until the NFL season, I thought I'd make a video talking about 5 NBA stars who could have played in the NFL. Of course, if I get into the content, you guys could leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, turn on post notifications. I am trying to hit 10,000 subscribers on this channel by the end of the year, and your subscription would be greatly appreciated. Let's get into the video. Now, I think it's been a well-known fact in the NBA that LeBron James could easily play NFL football. I mean, he's a 6'8", 245 plus machine, not to mention he did play high school football back in the day. And I mean, LeBron wasn't your typical two-sport athlete that just played another sport but happened to be really good at one. No, he was really good at football. Just as a sophomore, he garnered all-state honors as a 6'6" wideout, catching 42 passes for 752 yards and 11 touchdowns. Now, the thing about LeBron is that he could play any single position when it comes to basketball. And football, I honestly don't doubt that he could do that as well. But honestly, I really do see him playing either tight end or wide receiver, because back then he was 6'6" but really skinny. Now LeBron is 6'8" and muscular, so I do feel like that he'd be really good as a tight end. Now, I think you guys do remember the NBA lockdown that happened, I believe, around 2011 when LeBron James was on the Miami Heat. But did you guys know that during that lockdown, Jerry Jones, owner of the Dallas Cowboys, actually did offer LeBron James a contract to play on the Dallas Cowboys? Now, what I think is crazy that LeBron James actually really took a good look at the offer, and there was a good chance he could have played for the Dallas Cowboys. Granted, I don't know how true that actually is, but it would have been really fun to see LeBron James suit up. The Orlando Magic rookie and Jalen Suggs was actually a 3-star football recruit who was a dual threat quarterback who actually did get a lot of offers from teams like Iowa, Iowa State, Minnesota, and even Ohio State. And I mean, if you watch his tape, you can clearly see that Jalen Suggs isn't your just average quarterback. He has an arm, he has the ability to be able to read defenses, he's really smart, not to mention he has what is a blazing amount of speed. Now, some of you guys probably did not know that is Jalen Suggs is the first person and the only person as of right now in Minnesota history to be named Mr. Football and Mr. Basketball. Now, unfortunately for Jalen Suggs, he only did play one season, which was his junior season. At least that's what's being recorded on Max Preps, probably because they don't record anything other than varsity. But nevertheless, in Jalen Suggs' one season of high school football, he had 1,500 passing yards, 12 touchdowns, and only 6 interceptions thrown. Now, it does make you think that what if Jalen Suggs did stick to football and played throughout his senior season and would have went to a school like Ohio State? Well, to be completely honest, I honestly do believe that Jalen Suggs had the opportunity to be maybe like a top 10 pick and definitely be a good quarterback. Now, mind you, he would have been able to enter the NFL draft this year, so there's a good chance that he could have been drafted by Miami because they needed a quarterback, so you never know. Honestly, he could have landed just in Florida just like he did with the Magic. Now, Allen Iverson on the basketball court is something that we have all seen, and it is amazing, but did you guys know that on the football field he was something else? In fact, Allen Iverson himself said in an interview with Shannon Sharp that he thought he was a lot better at football. Now, to be completely honest, out of all the guys that we've talked about so far, I really do think that Allen Iverson would have had one of the best chances to play football, just on the fact that he's 6 foot. I mean, yeah, it's not really NBA body like, but as a quarterback, a lot of quarterbacks are 6 foot or a little bit taller. So to be completely honest, I think Allen Iverson would have been great. He was a mobile quarterback, and a lot of people were saying he could have been like the Michael Vick before Michael Vick. In fact, Allen Iverson himself said he actually did plan on going to Notre Dame to play football, which, I mean, Notre Dame is one of the best college football teams of all time, I do feel like. So yeah, I definitely think that Allen Iverson really would have been a football star. Now, obviously, he would have been a quarterback, as I've been saying. That's the only position he did play. Now, as fun as it would have been to think about how good Allen Iverson could have been at football, I think we're all glad that he did choose to play basketball, as he's one of the most influential basketball players of all time. But nevertheless, it is still fun to think about whether he would have been good at football in the NFL or not.
I really love the game of football. I think I'm really good at it. I could probably take Demaryius Thomas' spot.
In this team right now, which players realistically could be in the NFL and why?
Me. Like, I'm very serious. And I think if you were to ask people that aren't haters, which everybody on this team is, it'd be me, because I'm fast and I have great hands. I can really catch.
Now, unlike everyone else on this list, everyone on this list at least had high school experience and they were well known for playing football. And to be completely honest, Jimmy Butler is kind of what you call, well, I guess a troll and a very interesting guy. However, though, I don't think that if you actually break it down and see, I don't think it would be too off for Jimmy Butler. He is 6'7", he is really fast, he's in really good shape. Now, for position, I don't know if he'd play tight end, maybe receiver, or maybe someone like linebacker. Now, something as simple as like a vertical, Jimmy Butler does stack very well with NFL players, having a better vertical than guys like Devontae Adams and Justin Jefferson. Even something like his frame, which if you guys didn't know, Jimmy Butler is actually 6'6", not 6'7". I think I might have said 6'7" earlier in the video, but actually though, a guy like Calvin Johnson, who's only 6'5", they're very close when it comes to frame. And someone who's actually spent a lot of time with Jimmy Butler is actually some guy by the name of Antonio Brown. You know, he's been one of the best wide receivers in these past couple of years. Well, Antonio Brown actually did say that Jimmy Butler does like playing a lot of football and he's a real competitor, and honestly thinks that he could maybe compete in the NFL. And I mean, there is footage of Jimmy Butler and Klay Thompson playing football together and running routes versus each other. So to be completely honest, yeah, I definitely think this would be something that the NFL would need. Now, like I said, the chances of this actually happening like beforehand, obviously, if he didn't play basketball playing football, I don't know how true that is, but I think it is something that we would definitely not want to see, considering the fact that Jimmy Butler is a basketball icon. Now, Rajon Rondo did play football in his freshman year of high school, but after he found out that he was really good at basketball, he decided that he would stick to basketball. With that being said though, Rajon Rondo is obviously one of the best point guards of all time in my personal opinion, and I really do feel like his IQ would have translated into the football field. Now, just like Allen Iverson, his frame was definitely made for a quarterback. Now, it's not exactly like sure on where Rajon Rondo would have went when it came to football, and I mean, I don't think he would have went to the University of Kentucky just on the fact that University of Kentucky is only really dominant in basketball. So I really do think maybe Rajon Rondo would have played for a school that was very dominant in the football space. And I mean, if you have seen Rajon Rondo and Kevin Garnett's tip-off ritual where they passed it like a quarterback, then yeah, I mean, you could definitely see that he loves the sport of football. Now, with that being said, that's gonna do it for the video. If you guys did enjoy this type of content, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, turn on post notifications. Let me know if you guys do want to see maybe it reverse where it's like 5 football stars that could have been NBA stars. I would love to do something like this. With that being said though, leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have an amazing day. Take care. Peace. If you have made it to the end of the video, here are 2 videos on the screen that I think you guys will really enjoy. Anyways, cue the outro.